As you can tell, I'm pretty stoked on this idea. But I was just wondering what kind of budget we're looking at with all these big ideas.
Yes.
Well, the short answer is
Limited.
we don't have any formal funding.
We have a little bit put aside from some of our last projects, enough seed money to kind of, get the licensing that we're going to need to put on this sort of a show, maybe a little bit to go towards location, but honestly, there's not going to be a lot else to spread around. Now, look, we want to make something that's authentic and we want to make something that's good.
If anyone can bake, let me know. And we will do a bake sale.
In the country, in Australia, there are parts of Australia that will often go through droughts. That's a big part of our cultural landscape. And that's obviously a real problem for any society that needs to have access to water. But there are safety nets in place. So you've got a dam, and usually when the water supply gets to a certain level, that's when water restrictions come into place, right? At the moment,
Shit gets harder.
At the moment, in where my parents live in country Queensland, they are on level 3 water restrictions, which is like pretty serious business.
That's like 3-minute shower situation?
3-minute showers, watering your garden a couple of times a week. And if, heaven forbid, your neighbour catches you watering outside of the hours you're allowed to water in,
They will dob you in.
shit gets real.
You'll get dobbed in.
The Arts Council in Australia was already like a country town on level 3 water restrictions, and suddenly the dam's empty. It's like we're down to,
It's pretty dire, isn't it?
that's the funding
Super
situation.
depressing.
So it was already not great, and now there's nothing. So now people are...
But this is always the time when people get super creative, right? So when the dam runs low,
to go on with my analogy.
Yes, they get thirsty, and then they put up a desalination plant. So people have, different avenues, right? Like that's kind of it's what we're seeing now. We're seeing people trying to get a bit more creative with what they can do with the absolute.
This, and I think I've spoken to most of you about this, is an unpaid gig as such. Any profits we do make will be split between us all, but there is no guarantee. So leave now if you want to. Please don't leave.
Anything else?